Hello, my lovely viewers. So, today I want to talk about the power of expectation. What is the feeling that you wake up to? Or what are the thoughts that you wake up to? So, actually, I'm quite curious to know what are the thoughts that you have when you wake up in the morning. What are those thoughts? Because what I'm about to tell you is you need to work on waking up instead with the feeling of great expectation. What it means is that you need to wake up with the feeling or with the knowing that great things are coming and that great things are going to happen in this new day. Why is it so important to have this feeling? Why is it so important? Well, haven't you heard that whatever feeling, whatever you wake up, it predicts the mood of your entire day? So wouldn't you rather have a mood that predicts that you will receive great things during the day? Easier said than done, right? How is it possible when I have to go to work. I have to wake up and I have to rush and I have to go to work, and or there's things that I need to do that I really don't want to do. How the hell am I supposed to wake up with a feeling of great expectation when I know that only negative things are coming? It takes effort. This isn't an easy answer. There's no easy magic answer. It's all about focus, and focus is about effort, telling your mind, controlling your mind and telling it where to focus. And for most people, that is effort. There are other things that you can do to help your mind to focus on the positive. So the first thing is that you need to have self-awareness. So you need to be aware of your emotions and of your thoughts and of your actions. And you need to be mindful of those actions and the results that they can produce. So that's really the first thing. And if you don't know how to become or how to strengthen your self-awareness, then leave a comment and I will make a video with all sources that you can go to and the things that you need to do to increase your self-awareness, because that is step number one. So you need to be aware of your emotions, and you need to understand and realize that you are not your emotions, that you are separate from your emotions, and you can easily just separate yourself and become an observer with your emotions and become a self-inquirer. Ask yourself, where are these emotions coming from? Why am I feeling like this? Is this the feeling that I want that's going to get me to where I want to be? Okay, so becoming a self-inquirer is very, very important. Now, the next thing that you need to have is, or at least working on, is a harmony of your life. And so there are 4 things that you need to simplify it. 4 things that you should be working on, have harmony around your life, and that is your friendships. So you should be having good friends, friends that raise you up, right? Work on that. Having great relationships, your family. So you need to at least be working or having the desire to feel good about your family and about the relationship that you have with your family. The next thing is your finances, because your finances do bring a lot of stress in life, and if you are not taking care of that, then you're going to have a very stressful life. And then the next thing is your fitness. So your health, what you're eating, what you're putting into your body, and the movement that you make, and what you're doing to keep your body strong, because it's very important to have a very strong body because it feeds your mind. So those are the things that you should be at least working on or be mindful about. And now there's the little things that you can do so that you wake up with a feeling of great expectation, and that is go to bed early, have good sleep. For me, it's going to bed early. So I love to go to bed from between 9 and 10 because I end up having the best sleep when that happens. And when I have the best sleep, I have the best day. Like, it's just no doubt. My mood, I can change my mood. If anything happens, I am more self-aware. I can do things more. I can challenge myself more. I can think more. It's a whirlwind of a difference for me anyway, personally. Another thing that goes hand in hand is stay away from social media. So try not to go on social media, at least, the whole evening. Stay away from it, because it really is true that, while you're scrolling and looking at other people having better lives, that really does not have a good effect on you, especially before going to bed. And then reading positive things that inspire you, things that make you feel loved, things that make you feel excited. It is so important to have those feelings before going to bed. So I would try and stay away from murder stories, from thrillers. Maybe read them during the day, but maybe not during the night. Now, why do we need to do all these things? Why is it so important to have, good, healthy, harmonious life, and to wake up with a feeling of great expectation? And that is because you need to be raising your energy, your frequency of energy, so that you can be vibrating at the highest frequency form, energy form of all. So I made a video about this. It's not very good quality, but you can watch it. But it's very important to be vibrating at a high frequency every second of your life, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Very, very important. Why? If you really want to create a better life for yourself, if you really want to live a happy, harmonious life, and if you want to easily attract things to you, great things to you, then that is how you do it, is that you vibrate at a very high frequency. And the most important is that you wake up with a feeling of great expectancy. And that is actually part of the law of attraction. Another thing I want to mention is that when you become spiritually aligned, you ask God, and you've been doing good, keeping out of evil, and you've asked God to be in your life, He will fill your spirit. Make sure that you are every day in joy, that you are feeling joyous every day, that you're waking up feeling joy. And what's the most amazing thing is that that feeling that you used to wake up, that dread, that feeling of failure, that feeling of, that you're a useless person, that you are not worthy of living, that horrible feeling that you used to have, you will not remember that feeling anymore. That feeling will be forgotten entirely, So I think it's a really beautiful thing. But you know how that works is that when you start to vibrate at a higher frequency of energy, you start creating new neuron pathways in your mind, and the old neuron pathways go through atrophy, so they completely stop working, right? Because you're not exercising them anymore. You're exercising these positive ones. And so the only way to go back to those old neurons, you need to start all over again. And once you are in a positive, feeling positive and feeling great, why would you want to go back to feeling negative and shame and these horrible feelings? It just doesn't work like that, right? We are not creatures made for darkness. We are creatures made for lightness, right? That's why God created the light, because yes, there is darkness around us, and we need to accept that. That is just part of human life. But accept that there's also light, and make an effort to focus on only on the light, because you have a choice. You have a choice to focus on the darkness, or you have a choice to focus on the light. So make the decision and make the effort. The feeling of great expectancy and waking up is just about feeling good, and it's also a bit goes into the law of attraction, because the law of attraction says, very briefly, the most briefly ever, is that whatever you desire, whatever you think about, the more you think about it, it comes into your life. And that is partly true. But it's only true if you are doing these two things. You are vibrating within high vibration, high frequency, which is basically the feeling of high expectation, because when you expect great things to come, you are vibrating at a really high frequency already, right? And then the next thing that you need to do is you need to take action, right? You need to take action towards what it is that you want. So it's not true that you can just sit at home in your living room and imagine whatever you want and it'll just show up in your living room. That is not true at all. You need to take action towards whatever you desire, whether that is today, whether that is tomorrow, whether that is sometime in the future. But it is important to have your desire in your mind. But if it's something that you truly do desire and you want so badly, it doesn't take any effort for you to have it in your mind, right? It's just naturally there all the time. You never forget about it. Vibrating at a high vibration, having high expectancy, and then making action, isn't that kind of what you're doing? Is applying faith? Isn't that faith? When you want something but you can't see it, right? It's nowhere around you, only the negative, only the opposite is happening, but you really want it so bad, and then you take action. Isn't that faith? Because you are trusting that something, that whatever you desire is coming, even if you're not seeing it, and that is why you're taking action. Isn't that faith? So faith really is the answer to everything. So law of attraction is based on faith, I would say. Now, but that is a natural faith that God gave us, and you don't even have to believe in God to apply and to have this feeling of faith. Actually, it's not really a feeling, it's a belief, but it does come from a feeling, it does come from a thought, and it does come from a desire. So, for example, for me, the law of attraction worked. So when I was young, I wasn't even obsessed. I was just inspired by fashion. So my sister had some fashion magazines, and I would look through them, and I was just so mesmerized by the beauty. And then I learned about Karl Lagerfeld, through fashion television, and I read about him, and I just thought he was the coolest guy. And then I just was like, okay, I want to do fashion. The thing is that I didn't actually believe in my desire. I didn't believe that it was possible, and so I didn't even go for it. I just completely kind of, just put it to the side. But I still kept, I still loved fashion. I still would think about it, and eventually, this opportunity to move to Paris just became like a thing that I had to do. Like there was just no other option, because I really wanted to do it, and it was just like an entryway that I couldn't say no to. So I moved to Paris, and Lord behold, I ended up meeting Karl Lagerfeld. Not even just meeting him and crossing him, he he knew me. Like we shook hands a few times. He made comments to me. He asked questions about me. He was curious about me. He commented, nice things about me. So yeah, the law of attraction works, but it's not going to work if you just sit in your living room, if you sit in your comfort zone, your entire life. You actually have to take action, and the feeling of faith and great expectancy also needs to be part of it. It needs to be a major part of it. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is surrender. The feeling or the action, I don't know what it is exactly, but it's surrender. When you surrender, you completely let go, right? You're in the space of calmness, of completion, of fulfillment, of just this peacefulness. And that's what you need to have something. When you want to attract something, is that you need to have great expectation that it's coming. You need to take action and have faith that it's coming. And then after you have done everything that you can possible to receive this, to receive what you wanted, you made action, and you feel like, okay, I did all I could, with good intention. So now I can surrender. And when you surrender and you have complete joy and you just let go, you go and do something else, you go out with your friends, you just let go and enjoy. That is when you receive all the things that you have desired. Surrendering is about being in a state of ecstasy, literally, ecstasy. Part of vibrating in that high frequency. That's probably the highest frequency of vibration, is that feeling of ecstasy and joy. And all these good feelings are what is going to attract great things to you, things that you wouldn't even imagine, that you didn't even have in your mind. You didn't even think about it, but all these amazing things came to you, and you didn't even have to imagine it or desire it, because it just automatically came to you, just through the state of feeling, of being in a state of joy. So now you know that it's very important to be aware of your emotion and to strive to be in a high vibration at all times. And I don't mean, don't fake it, don't suppress your emotions, right? You just need to accept, be aware, accept it, and try and find a way to get rid of those emotions the quickest way possible, because it's so important to vibrate at a high frequency. So do everything you can to keep it up. The only way to receive great things is through being in a state of joy and great expectancy. So be aware of your emotions at all times and become a self-inquirer. Ask yourself questions continually, every day, to increase your awareness. And lastly, if you want to know more about self-awareness and how do you separate yourself from your emotions, do comment down below, and I will make a video and provide all the sources necessary. And then just to let you know, I also have to create some digital products that I sell on my Etsy store, so I will put in a link. I only have like 5 listings, but maybe a couple of those might help, which one of them has to do with, it's a shadow work journal with 140 questions, and then I have a money shadow work journal with 80 questions to help you with your money trauma and your money blocks, and 80 that are motivational quotes. So you can take a look at that. I will put it in the description box, and I thank you so much for your support and for your likes if you like this video, and for your subscribes. And I do hope to make more videos, so do subscribe, and I'm really excited and I can't wait to see you in the next video. And I wish you a very beautiful day and high vibrations all around. Bye.